Here at the 2017 Silver and Gold Summit in San Francisco, I'm joined by Carlos Baca, Fortuna Silver. How are you today?
Hi, Chris. Thank you for having us here at your show.
It's our pleasure. So Fortuna's has been one of our favorites in the silver mining space for some time. And recently, or fairly recently, you guys came out with an updated feasibility study on your Lindero gold development project. Can you briefly touch on that?
Sure. Well, last year we acquired Gold Rock Mines, and with that we acquired the Lindero Gold Project located in Salta, in the province of Salta in Argentina. The Lindero mine will be an 18,750 ton per day open pit heap leach mine, gold mine. And what we've been able to do with the optimization of the report produced by Gold Rock back in 2015 is that we've reduced the recovery time, we've improved the recovery, and we've been able to also de-risk the project technically, meaning there's presence of copper in the mineralization, and the copper needs to be removed from the pregnant solution in order to be able to recover better gold. And with that, we've introduced the use of a SART plant, an ADR plant, in order to be able to reduce the recovery time from 240 days, plus minus, that initially was stated, to 90 days. We've increased recovery from 68% to its current 75%. And we'll be delivering in the reserve life of Lindero is of 13 years. The operation will be over 15 years, and we'll be delivering 1.3 million ounces of gold recovered to date throughout the life of mine.
Excellent.
At an all-in sustaining cash cost of $802 per ounce of gold.
So what is the average additional gold production that it'll add to your profile?
So currently, we should be delivering this year around 8.1 million ounces of silver plus 52.4 thousand ounces of gold, plus base metals out of Cayoma. If you were to do some alchemy, this is around 17 million ounces of silver equivalent. And if you want to convert that to gold equivalent, we're talking of plus minus 280,000 ounces of gold equivalent. Lindero should be producing on its first year 137,000 ounces of gold, meaning that on a consolidated basis, once again, including our base metal production at Cayoma, we should be delivering over 420,000 ounces of gold equivalent.
Wow, and
So it's an accretive acquisition, and that will add low-cost gold production to our production profile.
And one of the great things is you won't have to engage in any share dilution in these terrible equity markets.
We are fully funded to carry on with the construction of Lindero. We have a liquidity of over $280 million. So with our existing cash position as of the end of the third quarter is $196 million, plus the expansion of our credit facility from 40 to 120, and the cash flow generated from our operations, we are in an excellent position to continue with the development of Lindero.
It's great. When will brownfields exploration start at Lindero? Can you guys start during construction because of how well financed you are?
What's prudent to do right now, I think, is focus on the construction of Lindero. I think it's a project that will demand management's attention for the next 18 months. And the idea is, of course, as we start delivering on that construction, start looking at Irizarry, which is located 3.2 kilometers from the Lindero project. It's a gold porphyry system that has seen some previous work done by Gold Rock, and it merits further exploration in order to build a resource that, being at such a close distance from the open pit of Lindero, it would definitely, if proven, would definitely add to the economics of Lindero. And with that, the area where our concession is located has seen first stage exploration work. So the opportunities are there, the potential is there. It's very prospective land to keep looking for satellite deposit that could potentially improve the economics of India. Once you have the infrastructure laid out, it's just a matter of trucking the ore.
Excellent. Well, before we end this, how are things going at San Jose and Cayoma regarding exploration? Have you been able to increase the mine life of either of them? Or is that kind of taking a back seat to Lindero?
We cut down on exploration budgets, and we've seen those budgets revamped, and we've been able to carry on with brownfields exploration at both assets. We've had exploration success at both assets. At Cayoma, we've been able to identify additional mineralized areas to the north of the Animas northeast vein. We've already put out results on Cayoma. You're seeing high lead and zinc grades, and that should definitely have an impact on the mine life at Cayoma. And that should be reflected on our updated mineral resource and mineral reserve estimation, which we usually put out at the end of February, beginning of March. At San Jose, we have been successful in our exploration work in a blind discovery we made back in 2015, the Victoria vein. And if you take a look at the results we've been publishing, it looks very prospective, and we're working to build a resource around that area that could potentially add to the mine life at San Jose. And yes, we're carrying out right now exploration with 4 drill rigs. One is focused on the northern extension of where the pit of our reserves and resources is. 2 are focused on the Victoria vein, and the other one is working on testing an idea that we have to the north, which is called the Trinidad North Extension. And hopefully, as the work progresses and we start getting results, we'll be able to brief the market on that, and potentially that could be additional resources that could impact the reserve life of San Jose.
Well, so it's good news across the board. That's good to hear. And you guys, you know, with the rise in lead and zinc prices, notice you guys are setting records in all-in sustaining costs. Well, if you could remind us, what were they in Q3?
So we guided early in January an all-in sustaining cash cost of $9.80. We are looking now at an all-in sustaining cost of around $7 per ounce of silver. So that attests for the bottom quartile operating costs that we have at our assets, the strong margins that our assets enjoy, and you should be seeing us with the development of Lindero adding to that low-cost production profile. So this year, our revenue should be around $260 million, with an EBITDA of around $120 million. With Lindero in line, our sales should be around $450 million, plus minus, with an EBITDA of $220 million. Right now, our market cap is around $680 million, $700 million US. So we're trading at 6 times EBITDA, 5 times EBITDA. If you use the same multiples and apply it to the EBITDA generated with Lindero, I think the math is quite simple. You can see the value behind the acquisition. No?
Yeah.
And going to your question regarding the all-in sustaining cost for the last quarter is around $6 on a consolidated basis. So I think we provide a lot of optionality to investors when they're looking to have exposure to silver and gold.
Excellent. Well, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Chris. It was a pleasure to be with you. Thanks.
Yes.
Hello, I'm David Morgan, publisher of the Morgan Report, and as some of you may already know, the Morgan Report is about money, metals, and mining. In fact, we cover all resources from rare earth elements to precious metals. I've been publishing on the internet for about 20 years. My primary passion is to help people build and preserve their wealth. I love to make people millionaires. I've helped thousands of people via our research in the Morgan Report, which has thousands of paid members and 10 times that amount on our free weekly updates. Here's what you'll receive from our free newsletter. To the point webinars, weekly analysis of the financial markets, interviews and our conference schedule, special reports such as riches and resources, and various metals price forecasts. Our paid service client base is primarily small to medium-sized business owners, professionals in the industry, or the seasoned investor who understands markets and the value of precious metals. My area of expertise includes equity analysis throughout the resource sector, energy metals, base metals. We cover startups to billion-dollar corporations. We focus on a special sector that makes money regardless of price oscillations, and the importance of precious metals due to the ongoing currency devaluations. Our team of 3 analysts and support staff can help you build and protect your wealth. It's important for you to know what other people have said. We're passionate about what we do. High integrity and trust. Tell the truth and own it. If we're wrong, we admit it. Take a long-term outlook with major assets and bet a little to win a lot with speculative situations. If you choose to become a client, you will gain financial insights very few, even professionals, recognize. You'll understand the importance of honesty in our financial system. You will understand how the money system influences almost everything in your life. You'll be prepared for the ongoing currency crisis. And finally, I've chosen to make my life's mission greater than the individual, which means my mission statement is to teach and empower people to understand the benefits of an honest monetary and financial system. It's been a great journey so far, and the best gains in this sector lie ahead over the next 3 to 5 years. I'm fortunate to have earned the status of being a leading authority in my field in helping others protect their wealth. You can email me at support@themorganreport.com or call my office at 480-325-0230.